Hello and welcome back to our New World Order series in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we have made a couple of attempts to take this county here by pressing the claim of... initially I believe it was this guy that we invited. We've had that war end inconclusively twice. Once was because he was killed. Let's see, we granted it to him, he was killed. Then his son inherited the claim, and it somehow ended inconclusively again for reasons that I am not entirely sure of, but either way, we should be able to declare it again, and hopefully win it this time before anything intervenes. So let's go ahead and declare. And raise our troops again, who no doubt are extremely tired of being called out of their homes to wage partial wars and then sent home with nothing to show for it. But hopefully this time, everything will be different. This is of course the single county that we need that will enable us to form the Kingdom of Franken. We are but one county away. We also need 361 gold, which we have well in excess of, and 200 piety, which we are slightly short of, but shouldn't take too long to get there. And we have lost our spy master. So let's appoint somebody else. I thought this was Count of Blanketburg, which sounds like the most comfortable county, but it's not. Either way, he can go and study technology in Constantinople. Ooh, has Rome expanded further westward? Interesting. Byzantine's having a pretty bad time of it, I guess. Alright, so let's get in here and siege. This is a pretty big army. What's going on up here? Saxon and Limburg. Here's Limburg, okay. What is this war about? Attacking somebody in subjugation of Cardinal Wigric the Fat. I see. So it looks like our friends over in Cologne are not going to be independent much longer. They are now owned by Limburg. Okay, the Pope likes me more, that's always good. And we do still have our Chancellor up here trying to fabricate a claim, which is fine, we'll just leave him there. I've heard that many of the peasants under my rule are not eager to partake in this war. They claim that they suffer a lot for what seems to be pointless fighting. Let's not call them useless pieces of filth this time. We'll just gain some piety instead. Actually, we were already at 200 piety, so we didn't need to gain that. Anyway, I was expecting the damage to the highest tower in Wertheim, possibly, when the head of Eckhard appeared outside the window, 50 meters above ground. What should I do with this curious child? You can say that curiosity has never killed anyone, and he may become maimed or wounded, or brave or honest. You can teach him a lesson where he will probably become maimed, or else die, or strictly forbid him to climb the tower. I think we'll just take the chance. We do have a spare son. And honest or brave? Well, brave especially would be a nice trait for him to pick up. He became honest. So I don't know where... your army is. You should have about 2,000 troops, and this is the only war he's involved in, so... I imagine they're around somewhere. But as yet, no sign of them. Let's ask the family along with us, I guess. Once we have these two holdings sieged, I think we'll go looking for the army, since that's probably the quickest way to win this war. Oh, it just occurs to me that we don't actually have a second duchy title, so we're going to have to create one of those before we can actually create the kingdom title. But that's okay, I don't think that's going to cost us any piety, and we definitely have the money for it, so it shouldn't be an issue. We'll go ahead and siege his capital. Oh, there's his army. So, he's probably headed over here to try and siege this back. We'll let him go there, and we can head in from this county without any terrain modifiers. Which I suppose we will do right now, without waiting to break off this, or without waiting to finish this siege. He can probably siege this back faster than we can siege his holding. Actually, maybe not, since this is a church, but probably better not to take the risk. You were separated from your men in the chaos of battle and now find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you see Mayor Adam of Frankfurt break through the enemy ranks and charge you. You can tell him to prepare to die, but he breaks his charge and flees, and we pursue but lose track of him in the chaos. My young son is slowly mastering the art of diplomacy. Good. That gets us to 50% war score. So we will follow and then head back to the capital. Alright, so my Chancellor has succeeded in fabricating a claim. So even if this war does end inconclusively again, we will have another county we can take. I think we'll pay for this. No particular reason not to. It does put us negative on prestige, but that's not really a big deal. We are about to gain some from forming a kingdom, hopefully. This is part of the kingdom. Pretty sure that was why I was fabricating a claim on it in the first place, but it doesn't hurt to check. And we've lost our spy master again. With these spy masters always going missing. We'll appoint you, even though you're the same as the other guy, because you will get an extra point of intrigue from fulfilling your ambition. Send you to study technology over here. There are rumors among my troops that supernatural forces are working against us in this war. Whether these rumors are true or not, my men are increasingly demoralized. Well, that's not good. My son Eckhart is turning into an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a bit. We'll tell him that pride goeth before a fall. He's become humble. And we have a new Count of Blanketberg. I know it's not Blanketberg, but I'm probably going to keep calling it that. And a new Count of Henneberg. So you have Siege of the Top holding here. We're up to 70% between that and the ticking war score. It has come to my attention that the Chancellor of Groan has been fabricating claims, okay. Well, that is a little worrying, since I imagine Saxony up here is pretty strong. So we might need to be concerned about them a bit. Actually, now that I think about it, it probably was unnecessary to actually pay for fabricating this claim, because we'll have a de jure claim on it once we have the kingdom title anyway. I guess it's fine as insurance, since we've had this war end inconclusively. If it was to happen again, I'd be very sad. So my second son needs educating. We will do it ourselves. Actually, are we educating somebody else already? Okay, so this is my third son. I see. I know how many sons I have. So we'll get him educated with somebody else then. I guess... sure, we'll have him become... Actually, we don't really want to give him a good diplomacy education. It's just asking for factions to try and put him in power. He can become a good steward. That's fine. Crusader kings. The Roman Empire in the East, Byzantium, Christianity's firm bulwark against the Mohammedan infidels of the Orient, is failing. Yeah, we know. The dire situation has convinced His Holiness Pope Gregorius VII to accept the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This signals a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars, the Crusades. Deus Vult. Oh wow, Constantinople itself actually fell. I see. The Knights Templar have formed. The Knights of St. John. I'm not going to read all of these Holy Order events. Well, we'll see. If there does turn out to be a crusade, I will be happy to join it. Though unfortunately we are going to have to walk all the way. Okay, that is another siege here. Am I not actually sieging the capital? Oh, I just had on this county. I see. There we go. So the next holding is a bishopric and a city, so these should be relatively quick to siege and should get us to 100%. While discussing war plans with a courtier, they give you a useful idea. Okay. Thanks, Duke Valrom. I appreciate it. So the Pope has not actually yet called a crusade. Which I assume will be for this area once it happens. I'm not sure what he's waiting for, but hopefully it'll happen soon. And we are up to 96% in our war, and should be getting to 100 very soon between the ticking war score and this last siege. My wife is pregnant, again. And my son is slowly mastering the art of diplomacy. Have we been in power for 10 years yet? We have not. So we can't yet change our succession laws, which is definitely something we want to do. Okay, let's enforce our demands. We have the county. We should be able to form our kingdom title now. I think the duchy title that we're going to create is the duchy that our capital is in, since we don't actually have that. Which we can do. It gives us 200 prestige, costs us 176 gold. Obviously we are going to keep that title for ourselves, and we should be able to create the Kingdom of Franken. We are now to 237 piety, so that is fine. And an additional 400 prestige. So now we are a slightly less attractive brown color than we were previously. But that's okay, we can now press de jure claims on the rest of the kingdom. Mostly, unfortunately, it's against, or actually it's entirely against the bishop here, which means we won't be able to actually do that because we have a truce. I think one county was over here in Cologne as well. Let's actually look at it this way. We can see with the current borders. Oh, actually, it's several counties of Cologne. Okay. Well, we'll probably start doing that pretty soon. We have fulfilled the ambition to win a war, so we can take a different one. Definitely not pledging peace for 15 years. Let's develop our personal combat skills. We could take the ambition to win a holy war and go and attack Wendland up here, but I think we might wait and do that later on. I can't believe it, one of my courtiers absolutely detests one of my favourite stories. Who could even think of criticising it? Every time I hear a bard sing it, I am absolutely spellbound. It has great character development, engaging dialogue, thought-provoking themes, and deep symbolism. I admit it can be lewd here and there, but surprisingly this enhances it. Oh, so it's the Queen Mother who doesn't like my bawdy story. Alright, so we don't like each other. That's fine. Well, so we do have our claim on this county, though actually, now that we are his de jure liege, we may be able to offer him vassalization. Except that he's not independent. The Pope owns this. What is happening? Okay, well, I don't like that. So we are going to have to attack the Pope to get this, if we want to get it, which we do. Well, we also have this bishopric that is supposed to be under us. I don't suppose we can press both of those claims simultaneously. Not that I like the idea of attacking the Pope. Yeah, we have the claim there, we have the de jure claim, and we have the county claim, but we can't do both simultaneously. So if we want to deal with both of those issues, we have to attack the Pope twice. So maybe we'll just hold off on that for the moment and look at expanding elsewhere. See what CBs we have. So we have Conquer Ruler on this guy. Or Subjugate Ruler. I think Conquer Ruler will be better. We can install people that like us instead of just gaining this guy as a vassal and having him hate us for conquering him. Or rather subjugating him. If we say conquering, that would be confusing. So I think we may as well just do this right now. It's not part of our de jure kingdom, but that's fine. He's not especially strong. He does have allies. The Duke of Leon and Anjou. Oh right, we attacked him before, didn't we? And we also fought his allies. That's fine though, I think we should be able to take him. So let's conquer him. There's no way this could possibly go wrong. Might have been a good idea to wait a little while actually, since our vassals are all annoyed about their levies being raised before, but they'll get over it. Alright, so we'll go and fight his army as quickly as possible. Let's see, this county is hills. We have a lot of crossings. We could go in from here with no crossing, but we don't really want to attack into hills. On the other hand, though, and I think we outnumber him enough that it's going to be fine. And I think we do want to get his army killed as soon as possible. Although he's trying to leave now. Or not. He's just going to let us fight him. This war, this opportunity to prove my mettle in combat, has opened my eyes to my true potential as a warrior. My personal combat skills are improving. Okay, good. Our experience in matters of war has increased, and there are many things we will do differently in future battles. I think there are quite a few forests and hills around here. Mostly hills. You can probably get good use out of being a rough terrain master. Okay, so we'll follow him up to here and then just siege his capital. And we had a son. An attractive son, not strong. But attractive is better than nothing. Is it really right for us and the infidels to be fighting each other, even if they worship idols and blaspheme? They are still the children of God. They too are people, aren't they? Okay, so we may gain the trait just. I did not realize we were fighting heathens. My son Eckhard hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. We will tell him that temperance is a virtue. Is this guy a heathen? No, he's a Catholic. Are we a heathen? No? Okay, never mind then. Well, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here for now and continue this war next time. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.